I have to assume you've heard by now, but if you don't know about Lil Pump's record label situation, let me break it down for you in 30 seconds. Back in June of 2017, Lil Pump signed with Warner Brothers Records, one of the 4 major music labels, and Lil Pump's first major label signing. After that, he released Gucci Gang and his debut self-titled album Lil Pump, and the rest is history. Lil Pump went to number 3 on the Billboard charts, his social media following grew from 1 million to 6 million in just 6 months, and needless to say, he likely made millions for hopefully himself and probably his label Warner Brothers. But now, as of a few weeks ago, it looks like Warner Brothers attorneys didn't quite do their homework when it came time to sign the contract. Lil Pump was 16 when he signed the contract, meaning that it's unenforceable by law, and now, after releasing a top 10 album and one of the biggest singles of the year, Lil Pump is now looking for a new record label and completely in control of his own destiny. Let me take a second and congratulate Lil Pump, but also explain how smart this was by his management. The Lights Global is a small 7-person operation, but they're responsible for not only Lil Pump, but also Juju on That Beat, and the rise of Drum's Broccoli, and they have a network of over 160 million followers. It's these niche operations, not as much big labels, that are able to really put the day-to-day work into making a star as big as Pump. Now that you've got a little background on the situation, let's talk about some of Lil Pump's options. As a free agent, Pump has already said he's not signing anywhere for less than $15 million.
Hey, if you ain't got 15, don't talk to me, bitch, at all. I don't want no meetings unless you talking 15 and up. 15 and up. I don't want to talk to nobody.
Alright, he might not honestly get 15 million, but here's 3 labels that would take Lil Pump from 2017's Flavor of the Year to a rapper with real staying power. Gucci Mane's 1017 Brick Squad is one of my favorite label fits for Pump. Since forming in 2007, 1017 Brick Squad has signed artists like Young Thug, Migos, Waka Flocka, and Young Dolph all fairly early in their careers. What this means for Lil Pump is that he's not going to sign to a label that's just looking for more clout. 1017 really invests in their artists the same way they grew the careers of the artists I just mentioned. Lil Pump's attitude and style fits the southern trap scene too a bit, so any work he did with label mates would feel organic and easy. There's one thing though that separates 1017 Brick Squad from a lot of other places that would take Pump. It's that they have an amazing in-house production team. Lil Pump over beats from 808 Mafia, Sunny Digital, and Zaytoven would be guaranteed chart topping for his next project, Harvard Dropout. One of my favorite record labels right now is 300 Entertainment. 300 was founded by a few of the most instrumental figures in popular hip-hop, including Kevin Liles and Leor Cohen. Although Leor recently left for YouTube, he's one of the original guys at Def Jam, and someone who probably deserves his own video on the channel. If you don't know who either of these guys are, please Google them. Anyhow, 300 Entertainment is a label founded by big-name label execs in an attempt to give a boutique focus to big artists. Instead of a roster of 500 artists who are mostly forgotten about, it's a close-knit roster of 25 artists who all get the attention they deserve. This is the kind of place Pump would work so well in, and not just because Young Thug and T Grizzly would be his label mates. Lil Pump is a pretty niche rapper despite his popularity. He's got an extremely loyal fanbase, and a larger label might not quite know what to do with him, because he speaks through SoundCloud and Instagram Live, not MTV's TRL. There's really only one other good option for Pump to explore though, and I personally think it would be the best choice for him. What Lil Pump really needs to do is just be independent. I know it's trendy to say an artist doesn't need a label, and while a lot of artists actually do benefit from a label, for example Big Sean, Drake, or Logic, Lil Pump can't really get much from a label except a budget to do bigger videos and afford more jewelry. Pump's career was born on the internet and through platforms that you don't need a label to get popular on. SoundCloud is free, Twitter is free, Instagram is free, and with his small management team at the Lights Global, Pump can get his shows booked, his PR done, and even have lunch delivered all for a small cut. He can collaborate with who he wants, release music when he wants, and not have people telling him how to reach his fans. No label is going to be able to give Pump anything he can't already do himself. He got popular by being himself and letting fans see that, and to be honest, the Gucci Gang video was a step back. We don't want to see Lil Pump in full 1080p quality on a soundstage. We want him wilding out on Instagram Live and making memes on Twitter. Lil Pump could sign with a label if it's a good fit, but he's much better off just being himself. If you want to talk more about Lil Pump, find me on Twitter at Thomas K. Welker and subscribe to the channel for more videos.